If you want cheap and reliable coins, head on over to my sponsor, AOEA.com, and use my code VIC for 3% off.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 21 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Chicago Bears with the new addition of Justin Fields. Obviously, pick number 11 traded up with the Giants, and they gave up a lot of value to get Justin Fields. I'm pretty sure they gave up a next year's first and their this year's first in the draft, which was pretty insane to me, and I believe another 5th round pick, but I overall don't think he will be amazing. Who knows? Allen Robinson and this overall team can really help him better than any of the other prospects in my opinion, so he probably will be successful. So let's look into the team. So for the overlook of the team, obviously Justin Fields on it, and he is going to have star development. I don't know why that took me so long to figure out in my mind. Also, we have a lot of young rookies here with star development, and Cole Kmet, no longer a rookie, and Darnell Mooney, but that's just the way it is. Tevin Jenkins, I gave star development, 2nd round prospect. I thought he was a 1st round prospect, thought he was going to be a late 1st round pick. Wasn't, but still, I'm not mad about it. So Tevin Jenkins is going to be a solid piece, solid left tackle for Justin Fields as well. So anyways, guys, let's get into the trades. So for the first trade, we're trading away Jimmy Graham, Denny Trevathan, and Tariq Cohen for Carlton Davis and a 5th round pick. I think this is a lot of depth for the Buccaneers, which they don't need the tight end in Jimmy Graham. I just wanted to get his contract out of the way. Danny Trevathan, I do think they needed for depth, and Tariq Cohen, they always pick up halfbacks, so this isn't bad. Next, we're trading away Robert Quinn and Nick Foles and a 5th round pick for Landon Collins. I think I should have given up a 3rd round pick as well, but I wouldn't be too surprised if I saw Nick Foles on the Washington football team because they constantly rotate through quarterbacks, and they also need some linebacking core help, so this isn't bad. So overlook of the team after the trades, and offensively we kind of look the same. David Montgomery I think will do the job for now. I don't plan on re-signing Damian Williams. We had way too many halfbacks, and Damian Williams, Dave Montgomery, Tariq Cohen, we just had too many in general. I just didn't like it. And overall I think the team has improved since those trades, especially the secondary and strong safety and DB. So anyways guys, it is time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a win to the New Orleans Saints, and looking into it, we are 3-5. Okay, 3rd in the division. That is all right with me. Justin Fields usually does a lot better in simulation. But Allen Robinson, 91 overall, superstar development. Definitely want to keep him around now that he has a new quarterback. I bet he won't be whiny about it in real life. And he wants more money, so I guess he is going to be whiny about it. And everyone else here, I don't think I necessarily want at all. No, definitely not Andy Dalton. Everyone else here, yeah, is just a no for me. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say that it's time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Green Bay Packers, and we obviously did not make the playoffs. So looking into it, we were 6-10. Okay, now I'd expect Justin Fields did pretty good actually. I don't think that's MVP, but what? Never mind. Justin Fields wins MVP, but he goes 6-10. All right. 5th best offense and defensively 19th best defense equals 6-10. All right, 4,500 yards, 39 TDs, 11 interceptions. Dave Montgomery did meh. He didn't really do outstanding. Receiving 1,300 for, what is that, Anthony Miller? What? Okay, interesting. Defensively, Roquan Smith with the most tackles on the team. Tackles for a loss, 13 for Akeem Hicks. Sacks on the team is going to be 17 for Khalil Mack, which is great. Interceptions is going to be 5 for Carlton Davis, which is great as well. Safeties on the team is going to be 1, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, pretty solid season. Don't know why we went 6-10. Anyways, let's get to the offseason. So here we are in the offseason as, of course, the Browns versus the Saints, and the Browns always win. Justin Fields, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and Rookie of the Year. Okay, interesting. Kareem Hunt, Super Bowl MVP as well. Just overall, just the Browns are amazing, and Justin Fields seems to be doing pretty great as a Chicago Bear, other than the 6-10 record. And looking into the retirements, NFC North, nobody in the NFC North has retired, obviously, as you can see. And looking into the re-signings, we obviously want Allen Robinson back, 92 overall, superstar development, and hopefully he won't be picky about his money as they continue to boost his salary like I did last time. He finally re-signs. Everyone else here, I do not have an interest for. Everyone's really regressing there, and I just don't really care about them either, such as Damian Williams and Desmond Trufant. So looking into the team, let's see if we have any development upgrades. So, yeah, your MVP, Justin Fields, obviously is going to get one, along with Anthony Miller because he had 1,300 yards, and Justin Fields, 91 overall with morale, so I believe is an 88 overall superstar development. Changed some of his abilities. Cole Kmet only star development, and so is Darnell Mooney. And defensively, Carlton Davis now has superstar development. Super glad with that trade. Probably should have added more value to that trade now that I think about it. Wish I did that. But anyways, guys, let's get to free agency. So here we are in free agency. We're only able to pick up Zane Gonzalez and I believe a punter as well because only $12 million in cap. We have some cap penalties to pay, so let's get into it. So here we are in the draft, trading back from pick number 5 to pick number 10, and we acquire a right tackle. You guys don't understand how hard it is for real teams in the NFL and like in real life to trade up in the draft. So this is relatively realistic. He's only an 80 overall. He's pretty solid. So in the draft, I traded it back once again, and now I got a halfback, 80 overall, star development. I don't know if he's going to start over him or over David Montgomery. Next, we're getting a tight end in the 3rd round just because it was good value, and he's 75 overall, hidden development. He's going to start over Cole Kmet, in my opinion. So this is the overlook of the team after the draft, and I'm going to start the rookies just in case they have like X Factor or something. They probably don't, but offensive line honestly looks really, really good, and defensively we still need to improve the linebacking core, and then we should be set. There's some old players on this team I would like to replace, but I don't think I have to worry about that right now. Anthony Miller is going to start in the slot. He was a beast last season, and specialist. I should change that. I don't know why nobody's playing rush right end. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say that it is time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a loss to the Browns. Of course, it's the Browns, so we always lose to the Browns. 3-4, second division behind it, the 4-3 Green Bay Packers, I believe, if I read that right. And Carlton Davis, 87 overall, superstar development. Of course, we want him back. We literally just traded for him at the beginning of the series, and he's a young stud, so he resigns with the team. Akeem Hicks, I do want to resign him, actually, even though he's 31. $14 million a year is hefty price, but he's actually been putting up decent numbers. James Daniels, 81 overall, star development. I will resign him on the team, and he resigns. Brian O'Neill, just traded for him back in the draft, so of course we need to bring him back on the team, and he stays with us once again. Well, not once again, the first time. He just got off his rookie deal. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nichols, I don't think I want back. He hasn't been producing numbers, and I'd much rather spend my money on other players, such as Anthony Miller, 79 overall, star development. He's been putting up real good numbers, of course, ever since last season, like 1,300 yards, insane season. Nichols, I just don't really need. I know he's young. I just doubt he'll get to an 85 by the end of the season. Well, by the end of the series. End of the rebuild, whatever you want to call it. Let's get to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Dallas Cowgirls, and did we get a first round bye? No, we went 7-9, missed the playoffs. Justin Fields did pretty great, not MVP status though. 17th best offense in the league, 26th best defense, makes no sense, and 4,300 yards, 31 TDs, 12 interceptions. Rookie did awful, horrible season. And receiving wise, Anthony Miller, 1,200 yards, 11 TDs. That is what I'm talking about. Anthony Miller has been putting up great numbers, and the rookie tight end Ford has been doing great as well. Defensively, Roquan Smith with 134 tackles is great, and defensively, tackles for a loss is going to be 17 for Eddie Goldman, and sacks on the team is going to be 9 for Khalil Mack. Should have been a lot more interceptions on the team. 4 for Roquan Smith. He's having a great year overall, and safeties on the team will be 0, and defensive touchdowns on the team is going to be 1. So, anyways, guys, apart from that mess season, I guess we're slowly improving, so let's just move to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Titans beat the Saints this time. Interesting. And looking into its Bears, it looks like we won Offensive Rookie of the Year for the tight end, Lloyd Ford, I believe that was. I don't know his first name or his last name. I could care less. Our tight end. And looking into the retirements, our NFC North, nobody retired in the NFC North back-to-back years, which is interesting. Nichols, again, like I said before, I think, I'll let him hit free agency. 80 overall, star development. I could care less. He hasn't been putting up numbers for us. I just don't like him. And looking into it offensively to see if we have any development upgrades. Offensively, it looks like our halfback only has star dev, so I'll probably just start David Montgomery over him since David Montgomery is 2 overalls higher. So, I can worry about that later. And Anthony Miller, 81 overall, superstar development. He should be a higher overall since he's a superstar, but of course EA won't fix that. And our tight end only has star development as well, but he's a higher overall than Cole Kmet since he won Rookie of the Year, which I like. Roquan Smith, superstar development, no surprise there. He had a great year with us. So anyways, guys, on that, it is time to move into free agency. Here we are in free agency, picking up Bradley Chubb as a true pass rusher on the other edge, and we also picked up Marcus Davenport to replace Nichols, and we also got Kyrus Barnes, so overall great defensive free agency. So looking into it, we need that true halfback, so I'm paying a big price. I'm swapping an 85 overall halfback, and I'm giving up a first-round pick number 11 for a halfback. So I don't want to spend a first-round pick on a halfback, but we need this. So looking into the team after the draft, I paid a really hefty price. I don't even think Joe Mixon would go for that much in real life. A first-round pick, and I'm swapping a decent halfback for him. Defense, literally we're complete on every part of the defense, and I think the only thing that's only a bronze development is our right guard, I think. But here we are in the midseason mark as we are coming off a loss to the Buffalo Bills. How are we 3-4 again? This team is really good. Vikings are at the top of the division this time. Looking into the re-signings though, Roquan Smith is a 93 overall superstar development, so of course I want him back on the team. And he does resign. Eddie Goldman, he's meh, but 84 overall will do just for now. So 2-year deal, sure. I mean, we only have one more year after this, so I'm okay with that. And everyone else here, I don't really care for. So other than that, guys, please tell me we can actually make the playoffs this time, and let's move into it. Here we are in the playoffs, actually making the playoffs, coming off a loss to the Washington football team as we finished 9-7. Thankfully, we made it in top of the division. The rest of the division tanked, apparently. Justin Fields did pretty solid, not MVP, though. 8th best offense in the NFL and 8th best defense, and somehow we went 9-7, even though we were top 10 in both. 35 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Joe Mixon, 16 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. That's why I spent a first-round pick on you. 1,400 yards, 12 TDs for Allen Robinson. Great season. Defensively, Kyrus Barnes with 112 tackles for a loss. 17 for Marcus Davenport, great numbers, a lot better than Nicholas. 13.5 sacks from Bradley Chubb is great, and 3 interceptions from Joey Foster, which is great. I believe he is a rookie as well. Defensive touchdowns is going to be 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, we have to simulate this wildcard round against the 10-6 Tampa Bay Buccaneers to see if we can move on to the divisional round. Let's see if we can do that. And we are here to face the Saints, so I already know we lost. That's just how it works. They're going to make it to the Super Bowl once again. It always happens. I get screwed in simulation in the divisional round. Yep, there it is. Okay. Kind of expected that, as I said on camera, so let's just move to the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as apparently the Chiefs beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl, which is actually very rare to see that the Browns are not in it. But Baker Mayfield won MVP on the Jets, apparently. And Joey Foster won Rookie of the Year at a defensive back position, so that is great to see. He probably has a development upgrade. And looking into it, NFC North, no retirements for 3 years in a row. Interesting. And looking into the negotiations once again, Riley Ridley, don't really care about. And everyone else here I don't really care about. So let's look into the team. 92 overall defense, and I believe an 88 overall offense is what it said. And dang, we look really good on offense. Allen Robinson now has superstar X Factor, no surprise there. Kind of expected that throughout the entire rebuild. And everyone else here kind of looks the same on offense. And defensively, Bradley Chubb now has superstar development after a 13.5 sack season, leading the sacks on the team above Khalil Mack. I don't know why I stuttered there. And I'm going to give Joey Foster star development because you're not going to tell me someone wins Defensive Rookie of the Year or any Rookie of the Year award and not going to give them a development upgrade and you're going to keep them at a normal development. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. EA still can't fix that. That's literally been a thing since Madden has been a thing. Like, they still don't upgrade those developments. It's really pissing me off. So anyways, guys, let's move into free agency. So here we are in free agency. We literally have $5 million in cap room. Maybe we can do something with that in the draft, but I don't think we can. So anyways, guys, let's just move into it. So in the draft, I'm picking up a depth defensive tackle. Best player on the board. Really sucks. I can't really do anything with him in general. I don't really care either, so let's move on. So here we are moving a big trade because it is our final year. So I'm swapping centers with the Cardinals, and I'm trading away a first and a second for Chardavius Ward as well. So that was a pretty realistic trade. I think I gave up way too much value in that trade. I think Chardavius Ward is in normal development, 83 overall. Yeah, he's normal development, 83 overall, and I traded for a superstar center. And yeah, I think I gave up way too much value in that trade. But anyways, guys, let's get to the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark, coming off a bye week as we are 6-1. Finally, my God, that took a long time. Top of the division, and looking into it, the re-signings. Obviously, we don't need to re-sign anybody, not any biddy. I don't know what's up with my grammar ever. Anyways, guys, I would say that it's time to move to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Dallas Cowgirls, and looking into it, top of the division, first round bye. That is what I'm talking about. Justin Fields, come on. Is that like an MVP season? Show me MVP once again. Justin Fields, league MVP at 13-3. Second best offense in the NFL. And defensively, we are sixth best defense. Okay. I'm okay with that. Justin Fields, 4,400 yards, 44 TDs, I think it said. And Joe Mixon, 9 TDs, 1,200 yards, insane. Anthony Miller, 1,000 yards, 16 TDs. Allen Robinson, 10 TDs, almost 1,000 yards. Insane season for the receiving corps. Defensively, Roquan Smith with the most tackles on team. Most tackles for a loss is going to be 15 for Marcus Davenport. Most sacks on team, 13 for Bradley Chubb, 12.5 for Marcus Davenport, and 10 sacks for Khalil Mack. That is insane. 4 interceptions for Joey Foster. That guy keeps proving himself. He's doing really good. Safeties on team, 0 on defensive touchdowns, 1 for Landon Collins. So anyways, guys, other than that, I'd say it's time to simulate the wild card round against nobody because we have the first round bye. Finally, that is what I'm talking about. So really, really good as we are here to face the 10-6 Dallas Cowgirls. We literally beat the living crap out of them like 49-6 in week 17 after we beat them. So come on, easy win. Bro, what? Are you kidding me? We literally beat them. Show me the schedule. We beat them 49-6 in week 17. And then 2 weeks later, they come over and kick our butt in the playoffs. We beat them 49-6 in week 17. And then 2 weeks later, no, you lose. You lose because that's just how it works. You have an MVP quarterback and you go 13-3 and you have a top 10 defense on offense and defense on both sides. But no, you're going to lose to the Dallas Cowgirls. And look, that was literally our biggest win of the season. That was our biggest crushing and biggest domination of the result. If you go to the result tab and click on it, dude, that's BS. I'm just going to end the video here. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next one.